Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. It's that time of year again. Track season is finally upon us and it's time to finally start prepping this thing. Over the winter, I actually had the car and the truck parked at a friend's in Wisconsin. Finally, just last week, I had the opportunity to get this thing back down into Illinois. As you can see, I'm in a completely different workspace. Previous place had a lot of cars coming in and out, so I figured just naturally it would be better if I just got the car out there, just make more room over there. So now I found myself a new spot, new temporary spot, and it's set up really, really well. Got a 2-post lift, as you can see there. It's a 3-car garage, so it's fairly large. Heated, insulated, AC as well. It's got everything I need. So for the next few months, we'll be in this garage prepping the car for all the track days that we've committed to this year. It is crunch time right now. At the end of the month, I'm going back to NCM where I was the last time with this car and where I hit a wall. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't touched this car since I unloaded it off the trailer after that event at NCM. So I haven't even inspected it to see if I broke anything yet during that accident. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today, inspecting basically the passenger side of the car. I'm gonna have it on the list, so I'm just gonna inspect all of the suspension to make sure there isn't anything that's messed up. Eventually, before this track weekend, I am gonna be going through and just swapping out all the wheel bearings, making sure everything is fresh for the upcoming season, especially with this front right corner taking a hit. I definitely wanna get a new wheel bearing on there just in case. But today is just gonna be inspecting the car, and if I find anything that's broken, I'll have some time to at least order parts and get it fixed before the track weekend at the end of the month. In addition to that, we're going to address all the fueling issues that we had at that track weekend. I have the new Hone Developments Fuel Surge fuel pump kit I'm going to be installing in here, and I'm going to be doing the fuel lines inside the engine bay. As you guys know, I am running E85 now, and I haven't swapped out those OE rubber lines yet, so I'm going to be doing that today. And if I finish all that today, we'll go ahead and just keep going on, moving forward, and just replacing and fixing things that need to be addressed. Okay, so here's kind of a close-up of the front right suspension where it did take most of the hit. As you can see, the wheel there is a little messed up. This is going to get replaced, obviously, but it's not the extent of the damage. It's actually still holding air. But this corner, I shook down all the corners, and everything actually still seems pretty solid. No play in the tie rods at all, and any of the ball joints. Yeah, no abnormal play. So I think it got really lucky. The angle at which I hit the wall was pretty flat on, so it didn't look like it did any damage. But unfortunate thing, when I towed this thing up to Wisconsin, it started snowing, and of course this thing was in an open trailer, and there was salt on the road. So of course this thing is covered in salt water, and as it sat in storage, it's got a little bit of a surface rust developing on absolutely everything. So definitely need to get all this cleaned up eventually. So far, everything is actually looking pretty darn good, which makes me happy, because that means less work, less money to fix things. Everything looks pretty good, so I think today I can just go ahead and start on the fueling system. So first thing on the list of things to install is the new Hone Developments anti-surge fuel pump kit, and also their custom Honda fuel pump mount that will mount this to the hanger itself, and then a long return line which is designed to return and aim right at the fuel pump sock filter, which is this boy right here, and this is the perfect size and angle at which would fit the Honda fuel tank the best. As you guys know, on track at about half tank, my engine starts cutting out in high G corners, and that's not good. We'll go ahead and remove what we have inside the car, which is an AEM pump, and also try to figure out what's going on with the fueling issue I have. Maybe the fuel pump itself has come loose from the hanger, or maybe just the fact that it's the incorrect sock. It might be the issue, but who knows. We'll go ahead and remove that and get this installed. already got the fuel pump out, and immediately I see something wrong that is, or could potentially be contributing to the low fuel pressure. If you look at the outlet here, of course this is the inlet of the fuel pump down here, the outlet going to the rest of the fuel system and the engine. You can see that this rubber portion, this rubber hose here, is not flush or sitting all the way or seated perfectly on the outlet here. I think it's actually kind of loose too. Yeah, I can move that by hand. So fuel's probably actually escaping through there, and that's most likely the reason why I'm not getting the right fuel pressure. Fuel pump is still secure onto the hanger. Wiring is good. Everything's fine. It does have a different style sock on it, so going to the home development's proper sock will definitely help. But as you can see here, the return just kind of sprays randomly at the fuel pump. With the home development's kit, you'll have a tube going all the way down here, being captive held by their custom mount, and will be pointed right at the sock down here. So that'll help with the fuel starvation at the fuel pump there. Alright, I got the fuel feed line pretty much made. I just have to tighten the fittings up. Just got them on just to mock up, but this is how it's going to go. It's a 45-degree there. It's going to go on the fuel rail, a 90-degree up on top of the fuel filter. So it's going to look kind of like this. You see it route to the fuel rail down there. And you have 90 right on top of the fuel filter. So just that. This should be pretty good.